Hello everyone. In this video I will present a platform for identifying context-specific values. But let's start with values. Values are the abstract motivations that justify our opinions and actions. Values are crucial for building artificial agents that can live with us in our daily life. For example, to engineer value-aligned personal agents, to select norms for multi-agent systems, and for value-aligned negotiation. Several lists of basic values have been proposed, meant to be applicable across cultures and contexts. However, for a concrete use, values should be situated within a context. Let's look at the example of a personal travel agent. Given the Schwarz value list that you can see over here, not all values are relevant. Security and hedonism are, but power is arguably not. To ensure security, the agent aims at increasing travel safety. However, safety during a pandemic means to avoid crowds and so use a car, whereas otherwise public transportation would be preferred since it reduces the likelihood of accidents. And that is why here we talk about context-specific values, values applicable and defined within a context. Context-specific values differ for each context, so it is important to have a reusable approach that allows us to identify and define values in each new context under analysis. For this reason, we developed a methodology, AAMAS, and a tool to identify and define context-specific values. AAMAS is a hybrid, human and AI, methodology supported by natural language processing and active learning. It guides a group of annotators through an opinion corpus to find values held by the users in the context under discussion. It is composed of two phases, a first individual exploration phase, followed by a collaborative consolidation phase. AAMAS is a technology-based methodology. It requires a tool to support it, in order to reduce information overload and keep track of progress. I will now present the web platform that we developed to support the AAMAS methodology. Let's start with exploration. During exploration, annotators are invited to go individually through the opinion corpus and annotate values that they read. To simplify the process, AAMAS presents one opinion per time, chosen based on their word embeddings and the farthest first traversal algorithm. Please refer to the paper for additional details. Upon reading an opinion, annotators are asked to annotate the value or the values lying behind the opinion. In addition, annotators are asked to annotate keywords, words that help to link the value to the context. After the annotation, the next opinion can be fetched and the process of value annotation continues until saturation. Skip to the end of the phase. More than 10 values have been annotated, and as you can see in the progress plot over here, over 150 opinions have been read. The colors of the progress plot show the actions performed upon reading each opinion. For the last 20 opinions or so, we have blue bars, which means that no actions were performed. That is the cue that saturation has been reached, and that exploration is done. After completing the value list, annotators can fetch opinions similar to the annotated values, in order to validate the value list and optionally add new keywords. Here you can see two value lists that were produced in this way for the context of COVID-19 lockdown measures relaxation. There is overlap, but there are also differences, as a result of divergent thinking. In consolidation, we want annotators to think in a convergent way and merge their individual value lists in a final group list. We may have more than two annotators in the group, so merging can become complicated. In order to simplify the process, AAMAS selects only a pair of values per time, based on word embeddings, and shows it to the annotators, asking them to discuss whether they should merge it or not. Let's look at a practical example. Over here, you can see the union of our individual value lists. At the top, the value pair selected by AAMAS. AAMAS invites the group of annotators to discuss whether the two concepts overlap. In case they do, the two values can be merged, resulting in a new value with the union of the keywords. In case they don't overlap, no actions need to be taken. Then the next pair of values can be fetched and the process continues. Skip to the end of the phase. The progress plot shows that a number of value pairs have been read without performing any actions. The annotators should look together at the value list, which is now much smaller, and stop when there is no more overlap. At that point, AAMAS asks the annotators to add a defining goal for each value, where the defining goal describes what holding the value in the context means. For example, here is a final group list that was created through consolidation from the individual exploration lists that I showed before. In conclusion, I have presented an intuitive and reusable platform that allows the performance of AAMAS, a methodology for identifying context-specific values. We suggest the creation and the maintenance of an open access repository of values and contexts, where researchers can study the relationship between values in different contexts, and designers can choose the value suitable for their application. Thank you very much for the attention.